Hi Rana, thank you ever so much for joining me today to talk about your fantastic achievements here at UCL Engineering. This is part of the INWED 2020 celebrations. So perhaps you could start by giving us a bit of an overview of your area of work.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you for having me. So my name is Rana Khalife. I'm a senior teaching fellow in the Department of Biochemical Engineering. Basically, I did not do my BS or Masters in Engineer, which kind of I regret that. So I did it in biochemistry and cancer research. But when I did my PhD, I did it in biochemical engineer. So I did 3 years in biochemical engineer as a PhD student, and then I did 1 year postdoc for lentivirus production for some cancer therapy. And then I've been teaching in the Department of Biochemical Engineer, especially teaching the regenerative medicine minor, and I teach some of the vaccine bioprocessing too, and then we're starting now a new master's of cell and gene therapy. So I've been teaching for almost 2 years.
Wow, great. Thank you. So who or what inspired you to want to become an engineer?
When I did my BS and master's degree in biochemistry, it was a nice area. I did publish some papers, but what I always wanted is to translate this kind of a knowledge of science or engineer into real life. So now when I went online and I was searching for some clinical trials or like any department which collaborate with industry, I found our department, which is biochemical engineer. And I saw how they translate the science and engineering knowledge both at the same time into real life, as they collaborate with a lot of industry and partners that are doing clinical trials. And when I finished my PhD, I still wanted to work in that kind of area because of all the clinical trials that UCL is doing in collaboration with partners.
What's your favorite part of your job?
So my favorite part of my job is basically, I think it's like two parts. So the first thing is interacting with the students. So when I finished my PhD, most of my colleagues went to industry because they love research. For me, I love research, but I love teaching, especially young students. So my favorite part is interacting with the students and sometimes challenging them for them to push them through their best. But my second favorite part is, as I'm responsible for the school outreach, I love organizing master classes and taster days for WP students, and like just going to school, see these young students, inspire them, tell them what is engineer, what is biochemical engineer, because they don't have a lot of knowledge regarding these. What are the STEM career that they can take when they finish their degree, their BS or their master's degree. So teaching and school outreach are my two favorite parts.
What's the most valuable lesson you've learned in your career so far?
Never limit yourself to what you've been told. The most valuable lesson when I went to UCL and I saw, like, for example, in our department where the PhD students were half-half, even the staff, the academics were half-half, half female, half man. I was like, you know what, like women can do engineer, so it's not hard. So this is the most valuable lesson. So this is what I inspire and tell young female when I go to the school outreach. I was like, nothing is hard. Men can do engineer, women can do engineer, both they can do biochemical engineer. So never limit yourself what you've been told. Just if you like something, just go for it.
That's really good advice. Could you describe a typical day-to-day life as a teacher, as a senior teaching fellow, obviously before lockdown?
I run more than 9 to 5, but you will be like just preparing lectures and then meeting the students during your office hours, running the lectures, especially the research students, with them in the lab, running experiments. Even during summer, we applied for 5 fellowship last year, studentship, so they wanted, so we were just spending summer during last year doing experiment and just having fun in the lab. So this is basically my life, lab and teaching and lecturing.
Sounds
which
great.
Is fun, and school outreach, of course.
Could you tell me a bit about how the current COVID-19 situation has affected your work and your work-life balance?
As I'm not used to just stay at home and work, it was a bit hard during the first couple of weeks. And then the load has been well, doubled, because we had to move everything online. We have to think about the alternative assessment, how to mark them, and then even start preparing for the next semester. So the load has increased. At the beginning, I didn't know what to do, but thanks God we have UCL Wellbeing and we have the departmental well-being, which helped a lot for us to organize ourselves, to be able to separate, even if you're working from home, the academic life from the personal life, and even like suggesting us to take some breaks and take annual leave. So although the work has been doubled, but now it's manageable because you just get used to it.
Yeah.
And the level of stress has been going down, so it's fine. It's manageable now.
Good. And finally, what advice would you give a young person, or even your younger self, who wanted to study or work in a STEM-related field?
Do not limit yourself. Explore everything. Don't fear anything. Don't think that because you're just a woman, you cannot achieve a degree in STEM. Explore it. Keep your options open and follow what you love. Because even if you're going to get a stressful job, if you like it, if you enjoy doing it, nothing will be impossible.
Great. That's really, really good advice. Thank
you.
Thank you for talking to me today.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you for having me.